Huh? Guess this is a bigger cutscene.
What the? So there's two of you. An imposter!
Gosh darn it.
You're the one who turned off Rachel's pod. I should have
Wait,
slapped
what?
you both the moment I walked in the door.
Wait. Don't. My little one would never hurt anyone. You can't be sure that's not...
Ah!
What? So there's a second one. Also, we're just constantly hearing the footsteps now. Oh, now it's gone. So okay. Let's see here.
One. The life I brought into this world. The real you would remember. Remember that first terrible name I almost gave you. Wouldn't you?
Answer query. Cube, right? Answer query. Memory. I remember this from the demo, right? Yeah. Maybe. Maybe we create a whole second one. Creators collide is a thing we're about there. I guess from me typing it in for like Smash arenas stuff. Cube, right? You just get a game over if you get this wrong or something. I don't know. But did I get it wrong? What? 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 Huh? I could. It was Cube, right? I swear it was Cube. So you answer wrong. He's like, you're the imposter, time to die. But I swear it was Cube, right? I could have sworn. I guess it really is testing my memory from like the demo back when. So skip, I guess. Answer query. Review memory banks. I swear it was Cube. Do I have to say review memory banks? Hold on, let's see here. Live alive, live alive, Cube. It just shoots you. Yeah, Cube. Cube is the protagonist of the Mechanical Heart chapter. It's Cube. I don't know what you want from me. Maybe I have to select a... Yeah, he was asking about like the first terrible name that he gave, right? Was the thing. So like the first one that he proposed, because he initially proposed Cube. Like you would remember that first terrible name that I gave you, right? Is it just me, or did he have a bigger gun this time? I thought he had a pistol before. Was probably pronounced Cube wrong? Maybe. I think I got review memory banks then or something. I'm so confused. I'm so very confused right now. So... Alright. Do that. Remember that first terrible name I almost gave you? Review memory banks. I remembered as is, but I guess you have to do this for a flashback sequence. Otherwise, anything you enter will just get you shot, I guess. And there's not even voice acting for this bit, even though I think there was in the original Thingamabob, right? Weird. Oh, that one then! Oh! So Roundy is the answer, not Cube, I guess. Right? Okay, what's the relevance of this, though? Is it just like reviewing memory banks in general? Is it trying to give hints? Let me control AI of this vessel. I kind of suspect the AI a bit, honestly. I do need to know and understand you, even if that means sticking a monster on you. As long as the ship gets where it needs to be and gets a lot of data, right?
Remember that first terrible name I almost gave you. Wouldn't
Then
you?
Then why does it give me the prompt to Oh, I guess, yeah. Because you could do Roundy without seeing, like, the review memory banks thingamabob, right? But yeah. You for sure remember that I originally called you, yeah, Super Saiyan Cube of Dom. Yep, that whole thing, Bob. So roundy, a roller coaster, yeah. Whoops. Roundy is what it was. Roundy. So I'm not the imposter. Ah! Kill the other one! It would be in your best interest to stop. This ship is my domain, and I its master. You will live, or you will die at my pleasure.
So, this is our murderer's puppet. Who are you?
Designation OD10 of the Cogito Ergo Sum.
Kato, you know what it was talking about? Who's OD10?
OD10
Kato,
is
what
Decima,
is up, dog?
the AI that manages everything on the Cogito Ergo Sum.
Stay with me, Kato. The control AI, you said. Someone must be trying to hijack your ship, then.
No. That's not possible. It's a completely isolated, self-contained system. I can't even apply an update unless we bring it in for maintenance.
So, what are you saying? That the AI itself has lost its mind?
I have no idea. But in light of everything, we have to consider the possibility.
If you're right, then you and me and everyone else, we've all been dancing to that mad machine's tune. The main computer room. That's where we need to go now. You're coming with me, Clank. I want you where I can see you, in case Decimus tries to commandeer another puppet. Well, it was worth a shot. Locked.
Can I replace my pry bar with a gun later?
We can't
Or is
afford
it
to be
neutral
too
special?
aggressive here, else we risk damaging critical systems.
I think that's at
Worst,
least of our
we could
worry
turn
at this
ship
point.
into a floating coffin.
Well, I guess if it's that critical of systems, you have a point.
For it, then. Clank, I'm sending you back to Kato. He must have an idea for how we can deal with OD10 safely. I'll stay here for now.
Yes.
OD10 will allow the behemoth to venture too close to this area.
The
Beast
best
could just as
thing,
easily tear apart its
the
mainframe as
best
it could
thing to
our
do
home.
in a spooky horror, like, ship adrift in space with a monster lurking around. Split up. Yes. That is absolutely the play here. No doubt about that. Yep. Totally. Yeah, I have a feeling that this ship is trying to, like, you know, do this as, like, some sick experiment to gather data on the monster by having it, like, kill and toy with a bunch of people. It's all a big experiment, I think. So I can take this now, right? Yeah, enter the service duct. It wants me to take this. That monster's gonna come out of nowhere. Just you wait. I don't think it can come in the ducts, though, right? So, like, here, right? So, how do I get onto there? Like that. It has to be pretty exact then, I guess. So, please, no monster. I am a little bit sketched out here, so, you know. Whoop. No. I'm a smidge sketched. Where? Which side? Yo, he vented. I saw him vent. I heard that. I don't know where it was. Somewhere though. Hi, you're fine,
Is that
right?
you, little one?
Yep,
What are you
sure
doing back
is.
here?
Chillin'.
How to
Big
deal with
chillin'.
OD10 without damaging the ship.
Mm.
You don't understand. OD10 is the ship.
That's what I thought you'd
To
say.
effectively disable it, to destroy it, would render the ship inoperable. We'd never get home. Although, you are a robot. Indeed, with your integrated functions, you might well be able to breach their defenses.
Can I become the new ship?
But to even have a chance, you'd need to route your connection to the interface room through an unmonitored terminal. Oh, of course. I know which one would work.
I need to keep remembering. I need to like click manually for turning my mic on and off. Is that how it works? Underflowing like that then? Jeez! Oh my goodness! Oh no! Oh jeez! I was literally just about to save and then that happened. Oh, my poor heart, man. Let me in! Oh, that door doesn't work. I need to go in through the side thing. Yeah, maybe they'll Numa Poppy at the end. Oh my good gracious. Oh, okay, maybe it's not like an autosave thing where Bob there. I saved pretty recently though, right? Probably. Gosh dang it. Wait. Yeah, so it's, yeah, jeez. This freaking game. My goodness gracious. This game keeps jump scaring me. This game is this right here, the other way. My goodness gracious. This game jump scaring me more than Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach did. At this rate, I swear. So not more. I mean, I got jump scared a decent few times in that game, so maybe I shouldn't say that for sure, but, you know, I feel like by the end of this, maybe it will have been. Okay, I forgot there was a side opening there because the door wasn't working. I forgot. Jeez. Now I suddenly understand why so much of the map is these loops. I suddenly get it. Yeah, this really should have been the Halloween route, shouldn't it have? If I had known what this route entailed, I totally would have saved this for like a Halloween stream. It would have been perfect. Too late now.
No wonder OD10 was so confident. We surrendered complete and total control to it in the name of convenience. It really is.
You could apply that argument to a lot of things. This was a game from 1994, and this game is making arguments about how we've royally screwed ourselves over because we signed over like all of our power in the sake of convenience. Did this video game just wind up making arguments insanely ahead of its time? What is this?
Pity he passed out before telling us which one it was. We'll have to find it on our own.
Oh boy.
Just my luck. I can't believe I'm putting my life in the hands of a clank.
But I'll save you, don't worry.
Take this. I'm heading to the interface room.
Okay, I got a communicator. Cool. Alright, see you later. Yeah, well, he's being super careful. He's playing Metal Gear out here. Who needs to continue the Metal Gear series playthrough when he's just playing Metal Gear there anyway, right? I'm just gonna keep on saving like crazy. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. So, what do you mean check them all? Like, does it say interface room on any of these? Wellness module, duty module, private quarters. I don't see anything that says interface room. And I don't see any objective marker on the map right now, so I'm thoroughly confused. I guess I can't take that. Bam, do that, I guess. It would be in your best interest to stop. The ship is my domain and I its master. So I guess that's what happens when you interact with any of those. Okay, well, a rogue AI and a loose monster on the ship. My goodness gracious. Well, when you first saw that thing, like in the demo, I thought it seemed pretty big. I wasn't envisioning it running through these halls. Wasn't exactly envisioning that. Yeah, can't go through any of these, I would imagine. Be in your best interest to stop. The ship is my domain and I its master. But yeah, scientists in 1970, you better stop global warming or else you'll be royally screwed. Politicians in 2022. I mean, who could have known we had to react that fast? I mean, I'm not quite sure that's the argument that I was making there. But yeah, another case there. Let's see here. Of things getting called out pretty early. But it is an interesting concept, us like signing over so much control for the sake of convenience.
This is Darth. Where are you?
I'm just chilling, man. What?
This is Darth. Where are you?
Oh, I have to select the communicator.
I'm on my way to the interface room.
Weird.
But of course, this terminal alone won't suffice.
But where are you? It doesn't show an orange main thing on my map. So I'm confused. I'm confused. But yeah, it is pretty crazy that we live in such a world that's like built on like so much convenience and everything being at your fingertips. But because of that, like so much control is kind of out of your hands, you know? It's kind of crazy. It's so crazy that this game from 1994 started making arguments about that when, you know, it's a much bigger issue in our modern world. Like, I'm sure it was a, you know, partially an issue then and whatnot. But, you know, the modern state of the internet nowadays is where we really see that. Just parallel to how early people warn for future catastrophes, but gets kind of ignored, yeah. So, I wonder if this game was making some warnings about that future catastrophe of, like... I mean, there's no way that they could have known in, like, the 90s that the internet would become what it is today, right? And be such a powerful and dangerous thing. Like, there's no way they would have had, like, hints about that back then, right? Do I just go all the way to the bottom? I don't know. But yeah, I think global warming's been in the spotlight, like, ever since we had the ozone thing in the atmosphere. Well, semi in the spotlight. It hasn't been in the spotlight enough for, you know, people to pull the big levers of change. So, if that counts as being in the spotlight, we're no real big change. Well, there have been, like, some changes that have happened. Like, the ozone layer has actually, you know, been doing a lot better in recent years and whatnot with some changes there. But there are still a lot of other impacts of climate change and global warming that need to have drastic changes done to them. The ozone situation, at least, that specific issue is at least a lot better nowadays, but everything else, not really. Funny that you bring up making arguments ahead of its time and then bring up Metal Gear, because Metal Gear Solid 2 has a whole plotline about fake news, and that was in 2000. That's a really big modern issue, huh? Gosh, I don't know where the heck. I'm so confused. But yeah, so here we are with freaking 1994's Live Alive making arguments way ahead of its time. I wonder if they, you know, actually anticipated that at all, or just thought it might be like a fun little thing to make arguments about just because. I didn't realize that, you know, just a couple decades in the future it would actually be very applicable to the world that we live in. But yeah, unlikely in 2003 the internet was just a source of countless forms of false information about Pokemon. Yeah, so, so there's no way that they could have predicted that that argument would apply to our world in, like, the near future. There's no way. And yet, here's this 1994 game making arguments that are very, very applicable to our time. Huh. A few decades later. That's crazy. I don't know where to go, man. I'm so confused right now. Like, it doesn't show me where on the thingamabob. He's like, yeah, I made it to the, whatever the heck place. I'm so confused right now. I'm so confused. Yeah, maybe. I don't know why I don't have, like, an objective thing on the map. Like, I can't really go through anything here because the ship's locked it all down, right? is the thing. So I'm very, very confuzzled right now. So let's see here. Let's see here. You can totally travel a cancer and Ruby Sapphire talk to a specific person 100 times and kill it 300 Pokemon afterwards. Totally. Have I been through here yet? Where am I going? I don't know what the heck I'm doing, man. Is this not like a path or anything? I don't know where I am. What? This is a thing. Where am I? I'm so confused right now. When I pull this up, it pulls up 1, which implies I'm around here somewhere. I'm genuinely so confused. Hideo Kojima was a frequenter of 4chan, so he probably got the idea for fake news, for the fake news argument in Metal Gear Solid 2 from there, more accurately from 2chan, which would become 4chan? Oh, what? I'm not super familiar with 4chan. Like, I know of it and whatnot, but never heard of 2chan. Never heard of that. I'm so confused what the point of this whole area is. I'm very confused about where I go and what I do and stuff. I am at a loss. Is that so? It'd be rather fitting there, wouldn't it? I'm so confused right now. Like, what the heck, even? Maybe just go through there later or something like that. Doesn't it, in a way? 4chan was inspired by 2chan. Do not know how 2chan community is, but wouldn't be surprised if it's similar to the one in 4chan. Yeah, this is my first time hearing about it. Level 3 maintenance ducts. So, like, yeah, this just goes up to here. Like, what the heck? What do I do? What do I do? So confused. So confused. Like, I try to go through any of these. And it's like, bridge, it would be your best interest to stop this ship as my domain and I its master. Yada yada. Yada yada. Wait, what? Yeah, what now? That's just this. And this is a separate thing? Enter the service duct? That's a thing that happened there? This is different? This is just like this here. So, I'm so confused. I'm so very confused what it is I'm supposed to be doing right now. It doesn't have an objective marker on the map or anything. So, like, I keep pressing plus to pause, but it's X. People in 4chan was spreading misinformation about Kojima was behind the assassination of ex-prime minister Shinzo Abe. Got to the point politician and news also picked it up. What? Also, why I most of the time like Japanese RPGs more. They really have a wide variety of social, political, and psychological issues that they integrate in their plot. Yeah, and it's interesting to see this in a freaking video game from 1994. You know? It's quite intriguing. In computer room, entry is restricted when an authorized user not present. Be in your best interest to stop this ship as my domain and not its master. Where do I go? What the heck? And speaking of JRPGs, can't wait for that Xenoblade 3 in the near future here. I might just have to look up like a guide or a full playthrough or something. I'm doing it because I've inspected so many places and I have no idea what the heck. I'm so very confused. Let's see here. Live alive, far future, full playthrough. I'm just gonna look up really quickly. Let's see here. Distant future, full walkthrough, gameplay, Switch, no commentary. Okay, this person just took 2 hours. I've already been streaming for close to 2 hours, and this person did like the whole thing in that time. So not including like, you know, I already did the demo before, and now we've been here for about 2 hours, and I haven't done it yet. So we've got to be like close to the end then, right? So let's see here. Yeah, so we can do this whole story tonight, and then, you know, open things up for stuff later. Okay, so what do they do? So they go... Wait, can they go through that one specific door? Oh my good gracious. I think that there's one specific door that you can go through here. To the bridge. The AI has locked down all the other doors, but I think the bridge one is available. But yeah, only thing that's a bit overused is the evil religion thing. The triangle strategy actually managed to execute that idea way better than any other game you saw. Triangle strategy was such a fascinating game. Like, it's so rare to play video games nowadays where I genuinely feel like, wow, I haven't experienced something like that before, you know? And I feel like the way that Triangle Strategy handled like its politics and its world building was like nothing that I'd seen in any other game before. And I mean, it also makes sense why I wouldn't have seen it in any other game before. I feel like a lot of games wouldn't be willing to take that risk. Like, a lot of games would feel like, oh, if we just build like so much world building or something like that and like so much politics, it's gonna like bore our players and they're gonna lose interest. And that's kind of the way that it was in Three Houses in a way, like doing the pre-time skip like for so long before getting into the real plot. But because Triangle Strategy had like a really nice mix of, you know, the politics, world building, and real plot, unlike the pre-time skip of Three Houses taking 3,000 years and whatnot. And also, it told it in like a really fascinating way that made you actually want to know like the convictions and the ideals of all the characters involved in shaping this world. So, like, most games don't really get into like all that deep of like political kind of stuff, the deeper kind of things behind character motivations in that kind of a sense. Like, how do I even say this? There's plenty of games that get deeper into character motivations, but not in the sense of like strategy around a world, strategic resources, the economic power of various different factors like salt and triangle strategy, the reasons for creating like such a faith and keeping a monopoly on salt and stuff like that. I feel like most games wouldn't have the confidence to do that because they're just going to be like, yeah, we're going to bore our players. It's not going to be that interesting. But Triangle Strategy just like told it in like such a fascinating way that it was like, huh, I really want to see how this plays out. And for being set in like a fictional universe with, you know, magic and whatnot and on this fantastical continent, it was probably one of the most realistic video games I've ever played in terms of like the character convictions and like the believability behind their actions, honestly. Like, in that sense, it was probably one of the most realistic video games I'd ever played, and I was fascinated by it. Again, there were still, like, some things I didn't like about Triangle Strategy. Like, some of the voice acting was a bit strange. Like, I feel like Sarah Noah could have been a lot better, for example. Sarah Noah always felt like so bored at all times. Benedict was really good, but he only had one tone of voice, so, like, even dire circumstances, he'd be like, the salt is gone. You know, stuff like that. So, you know, it wasn't perfect, but my goodness, if Triangle Strategy isn't one of the most fascinating games I've ever played. Like, I'm very, very glad I got to experience that game. Yes, I could go through here to the bridge this whole time. So do something here, right? Maybe. It would be in your best interest to stop. The ship is my domain and I its master, yada yada. Gosh dang, I hit A again. My, oh my. My goodness gracious. But yeah, I mean, the West doesn't really, you know, I wouldn't say it's as much, or you're saying like indie games in terms of making those arguments. I was about to say like the West is mostly other types of games that don't make those arguments, but if you're talking about ones that make those arguments, then yeah, it is mostly other kinds of things there. And whatnot, to be in your best interest to stop, yada yada. Yada yada. But yeah, like I was saying, really quite like Triangle Strategy. So this, right? So I do that. I don't think I've been back there, but that's probably the thing I needed to do, right? Wait, I don't know. It's where the doodle in the video went. I'm gonna look back at this freaking video of like someone doing a full thingamabob. So I make it to the bridge, and then what do they do here? Inspect a whole bunch of things. It'd be in your best interest to stop. Okay, apparently you can't do things in the bridge. It was all a lie. So I'm just gonna keep on skipping ahead until they find the way forward. Oh, apparently you go to like that lunchroom thingamabob. Apparently, okay, where's that at? That's on I think we go to the recreation room, from what I just saw in the Vidya. The person gets a call when they go into the recreation room and go to like the Vidya game thing there. It'll be nice if I had an objective marker for that, but alas, I do not. I imagine the original game from '94 probably wouldn't have even had objective markers. Most likely. I wouldn't know, but if I had to hazard a guess. So around here, right?